fiction age take you on starships to strange alien civilizations, thrust you into galactic robot wars, and even take you back in time to the Earth's prehistoric past. Plus, with each issue, you get the latest sci-fi movie and television news, book reviews, interviews, games, comics, graphic novels, and more. It's everything you want to know. Begin your journey by ordering now. You'll receive a full year. That's 6 big issues for only $16.95. And as a special bonus with your paid subscription, you'll get our Premier Collector's Edition for free. Order Science Fiction Age magazine now and save over 47% off the newsstand price. The future is around the corner. Order yours today.
Now on CNET Central.
89% of people who engage in day trading will lose their money, and most of those will lose all of their money.
Day trading nightmares. A look into the dark side of day trading.
Here's a day of basic training. Go get them. And you just get slaughtered.
Going once, going twice, sold. A $500,000 house online.
It was really exciting. It was kind of like a horse race. You weren't quite sure if you were coming in, if you were in the lead.
The anxiety of buying a house sight unseen on the internet.
Is the perfect pair of pants worth all your personal information?
Traditionally, it's only been used if you're going to jail.
Some say Big Brother is running the store of the future.
Plus, we'll show you the latest in MP3 technology, including a digital download console for your home stereo.
And a new way to shop at many different online stores using only one password.
Right now on CNET Central.
Now, from the #1 on-air and online information source for the digital age, this is CNET Central.
Hi, I'm Daphne Brogdon.
And I'm Richard Hart. Welcome to CNET Central.
The online investing trend has gone wild. USA Today recently reported that internet-based brokerage houses were going to spend more this quarter on advertising than Burger King and McDonald's. All told, over $1.2 billion will be spent in the next year.
They're really working hard to hook us in, and going online can be a great thing for investors. But don't confuse moving your portfolio online with day trading.
Yes, very true. Trying to get lucky making multiple trades all day long has its proponents, but lately it's getting its fair share of detractors. They look at some day trading firms as nothing more than sinkholes of ice with worse odds than gambling casinos. Hari Srinivasan reports.
These are not weekend gamblers at video poker machines in Vegas. They're day traders, huddled in trading rooms across the country, ducking in and out of the stock market tens of thousands of times a day. They're trying to make $1 million, and some are doing it, but most aren't.
This is not an investment strategy. This is a strategy for disaster. This is Russian roulette.
Bill McDonald is a state securities regulator whose business is busting day trading firms that he says prey on unwitting and uninformed people.
What they don't understand is that before you make a nickel, you got to beat the house. You got to beat the commissions, you got to beat the spreads, you got to beat the markups, you got to beat all the fees, you got to beat all the taxes, and the house is going to take a cut every time you trade. They want you to trade 100 times a day because they're going to take their cut every trade.
The house is the day trading firm, which charges trading commissions as high as $40 per 1,000 lots. Its traders buy and sell large volumes of shares, trying to make profits on minute changes in prices, and they trade at a feverish rate. Regulators call this system voodoo investing that pays off not for the traders, but for the firms.
If these systems really worked, Merrill Lynch wouldn't bother having a research department. Everybody would be engaging in these strategies. And if these strategies really worked, why would the day trading companies bother dealing with any customers?
These are all part of the costumes.
John Skirsch was one of those customers at a day trading firm in Chicago.
That's me, that's Oprah.
He had previously been a dancer by trade with his own cabaret show that even made it onto Oprah.
There was no question that I was not from Wall Street, that I was not ever a stockbroker. And they had seen, videos of me, funny videos, and they'd come to my parties. They'd come and see my show where I had all the crazy costumes. They came and saw me wearing...
Skirsch says he decided to try his hand at day trading when a firm promised him that its simple strategy would make him a mint.
And they were great salespeople. And they told me that I wasn't going to be in the financial markets. We were going to scalp in there with their technology that they invented that was so good that it didn't matter that I didn't know anything about it. In fact, it was better that I didn't know anything about the financial markets or stocks because it wouldn't bias me.
So Skirsch sold his home for cash and borrowed money from his family to trade. And in 1 year, he lost it all. In total, about $300,000.
You lose your home, your dignity.
He's now deep in debt and says he was grossly misled.
They know what they're doing, but you don't know what you're doing. And how there's so much that you don't know that they teach you just enough to get you to run right into the battle, to get you to run right into that machine gun fire. Go get them. Here's a day of basic training. Go get them. And you just get slaughtered.
According to Bill McDonald, these day trading victims are a dime a dozen.
If you go into a day trading room, you will not feel like you're in a brokerage house. You will feel like you're in a gambling casino or a sports betting room or an off-track betting room because there is a frenzy that is created. And the frenzy is, I'm going to make the big hit. I'm going to get rich.
The most prominent example of the damage this frenzy can cause is Atlanta day trader Mark Barton. After losing $500,000 in the markets, Barton murdered his wife and 2 children. He then shot and killed 9 people at 2 day trading firms, then killed himself. To John Skirsch, this tragedy was no surprise.
I've seen divorces, substance abuse, alcoholism out of people, guys talking about suicide, and there's nothing left. It's totally hopeless.
Using online day trading as a tool in a sort of with a casino mentality to look at this as a big Nintendo game, which is an exciting way to spend some time. That's what everybody from the regulators to the people in the industry are focusing in on.
All right. Bernie Madoff co-created the NASDAQ and says Wall Street is concerned not only about the debt day traders incur, but the damage the practice could cause to the markets.
Extreme day trading with the wrong people doing it, meaning people that are unsuitable to sustain the risk, is something that's unhealthy for the marketplace, and nobody wants to sort of kill the goose that laid the golden egg.
Industry regulators agree rapid growth of day trading could throw the markets off. But for now, the greatest risk it poses is to traders' bank accounts.
In the hottest market ever, 89% of people who engage in day trading will lose their money, and most of those will lose all of their money.
This is a far cry from the early days of the internet boom. Remember when day traders were supposed to be making all this money? You can't lose. Oh, yeah, right.
Well, talk about potential online addiction. If you're on the net, chances are at some point you've been on an online auction. Now, I know I haven't, but Richard, you do.
I get nervous just making a bid on a back issue of Popular Mechanics on eBay.
Well, if you can't handle that, get ready for an Uber auction, placing online bids for a house. Yeah, you heard me correctly. It's the new trend in auctions, and if you can stomach making a $100,000 investment with a click of the mouse, then this may be for you.
With today's robust national economy, a strong housing demand, and low interest rates, the real estate industry is booming. Now some agents, brokers, buyers, and sellers are engaging in traditional home buying practices for a new online trend that will most likely turn this industry upside down.
It was really exciting. It was kind of like a horse race. You weren't quite sure if you were coming in, if you were in the lead. And then in the last hour, boy, they shifted gears and the high bidders came out and they just spent more money than what we were willing to pay. Look how you enter the room on this side.
Walter and Tracy Ogrodnik are the new breed of real estate investors. They found, bid, and bought their condominium in 3 short days through HomeBid.com, the very first live online home auction site.
Auctions create competition and create awareness and create enthusiasm for people to go and view something. A house is a very personal thing. And if someone likes a house, they're going to get into the excitement of what an auction is all about.
Unlike other online auctions, which deal mostly with low-end products, home auctions are highly complex and involve transactions worth tens of thousands of dollars. Knowing this, HomeBid CEO Kevin Hickey chose to run a test auction first. And to the surprise of many, it fared far better than expected.
We had 148 homes that we put up for a test auction. We sold 136 of those homes. The seller has a minimum price that they're willing to accept. That's not visible on the system. But once that price is met, then the system will notify all the other bidders and all the agents in this specific area. They'll have a chance to up the bid, or the home will sell in 24 hours.
HTTP on www.
But online industry analysts like Peggy O'Neill are still skeptical. she's not convinced that internet home auctions will become commonplace for the average consumer.
A home is a very serious investment for a lot of people. They won't do it sight unseen. They'll want to walk around, or maybe they just want more control. You have your heart set on this home, and you might lose it to somebody who, outbid you by $2 or something. That's a little scary for a lot of people to deal with.
Bob Dedurka has been a real estate industry player since the early 80s. Unlike some of his colleagues, he embraces this new technological competition.
A home is not a commodity. It's something that is really part of your being, and I think that you need to physically see that home and experience that home to make an educated decision. So I think the internet is just a wonderful tool that will help support that decision going forward, but it's not going to make the decision for you.
But if these online auctions are as successful for the general public as they have been for the Ogrodniks, then it's likely they will become the preferable mode for real estate transactions.
You could really do some level-headed bidding because you weren't in a crowd where it was a real frenzy. You're buying off of the internet. You make very clear, crisp decisions, very accurate.
One thing that the web has shown us that it draws a lot of entrepreneurs, and people are willing to try anything. So why not bidding for your house online?
Coming up next, the top 10 shopping sites on the web, and then never let your jeans sag again. This computer fits your fanny into the perfect pair of Levi's, but it comes with a price.
CNET, bringing the digital age into focus. Shopping for brand names of computer products just got easier with CNETcomputers.com. Now you can find your favorite brands and preferred models by simply clicking the desktop or notebook section on the front door. Then you'll see your favorite brands just one click away. CNET.com, the source for computers and technology.
High-performance justice, extrasensory protection. Sentinel Tuesday, a sci-fi foreplay. Tuesdays starting at 7 on Sci-Fi.
A lot of people think the best way to deal with allergies is to take a prescription. But you see, the leading allergy prescription only relieves these symptoms. But Tylenol Allergy Sinus relieves all these. Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Take comfort in our stripes.
Don't worry, they'll be back.
Warm, ooey-gooey Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Start your weekend on a roll.
In my Escalade, I have the power to find the quickest route across town. To get tickets to the hottest shows. And now you have the power to lease a new 2000 Escalade for about $549 a month. Call for complete lease details. Escalade with OnStar. OnStar? The power to make obstacles obsolete. Escalade. See your Cadillac dealer today.
Communications has reached a new point. A point where every person has the power to connect with anyone from anywhere, at any time, in new ways, better ways. A point where every business has the power to connect its people and customers more closely. A single point where you can email, fax, plan your day, transforming the way we communicate. That point is here at mail.com.
This week in Sci-Fi Prime.
A supreme eminence has been bagged.
How far will the crew go to get Raito back?
I say we leave him there.
On First Aid, then, is this holy water a miracle cure?
I'm not going back to a wheelchair.
Or mind control?
Gotta get him the hell out of there.
On Sliders, then, are aliens screwing with our heads?
She's been mind-fucked.
On First Wave, journey through Sci-Fi Prime, Friday night.
This is Sci-Fi.
Tech Bites are brought to you by IBM, solutions for a small planet.
In Tech Bites this week, every day we're seeing computer applications go online. Email programs, calendars, address books, all are examples of programs that you used to keep on your hard drive, but now are available essentially as websites.
Now, we'll acknowledge that not all of these websites work the same speed as the older programs, but one huge advantage is you can access them from anywhere, from any computer.
And here's one to add to the list. It's a website that manages your bookmarks called Blink.com. What you do is sign up with their site, which will uplink your existing bookmarks from your browser, and then you'll be able to access them from any machine. What makes Blink even better, though, is the ability to share links with netizens who have similar interests. If, for example, you're into rock climbing, other rock climbers can post their folders of links to a shared directory, so everyone can enjoy the site.
Another service that fits this bill was just launched by Microsoft, just in time for the holiday shopping season. It's a website called Passport. It allows users to gain access to multiple websites using only one password. You sign up once with the service, entering all your credit card and delivery information, and then when you visit a participating site, you click the Passport link, and it remembers who you are and what your information is. It's a great way not to have to remember multiple passwords. The downside is not all vendors participate in the service yet, although Barnes & Noble, Buy.com, and Costco are expected to adopt the technology.
In NetStats this week, retailers are gearing up for a huge holiday online buying season, according to Jupiter Communications. They predict that consumers will spend over $6 billion online this holiday, up from $3.1 billion last year. By the year 2003, they expect that number to grow to $78 billion.
The National Retail Federation has issued a report about which sites will be taking in a majority of this dough, and only 2 of them are offline brands that have migrated to the web. They say the top 10 retail sites on the web are AOL, CD Now, Barnes & Noble, Egghead.com, Gateway, On Sale, Buy.com, Dell, Amazon, and the #1 retailer, eBay.
Probably because all those Beanie Babies you bought, right?
Well, actually, they were Furbies.
Oh, okay. And those are our Tech Bites for this week. Coming up next, does the shopping mall of the future call for this? Making shopping easy never seemed so complicated.
Hey, if you want to be the first to get the inside scoop on the online world every week, then you've got to get Digital Dispatch. It's CNET's free email newsletter. All you have to do to sign up is send a message to subscribe@cnet.com, and we'll send you Digital Dispatch.
Okay, with AT&T's new one-rate 7-cent plan, now your calls all day, every day, are just 7 cents a minute.
Yeah? What about those nickel plans?
Okay, it's not always a nickel.
It's not.
During the day, that nickel can cost you a quarter.
Making it no longer a nickel.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, but with AT&T, it's simple.
It's always 7 cents a minute.
24 hours a day?
Yes.
Every day?
Yes.
7 days, 7 cents?
Yes.
Do you want to explain to him again?
I don't.
All day, every day. Call 1-800-41-RATE to enroll.
So are you coming to the party? Party? But not chocolate cake. I don't know what it is.
It's almost 5 o'clock. Time to slow down. Time to shoot the breeze. Time when your kids are most likely to be offered the chance to try drugs. In other words, a good time to check in with them.
There's something about a clear answer to a computer question that makes me want to kiss someone.
Introducing Dell For Me, a new way to buy and own a computer. It lets you get more out of the latest technology. Choose the system you need.
My homepage is my castle.
Even create your own personal website. Since you're dealing directly with Dell, it's easy.
It's pure economics. An affordable computer means more black shoes.
This Dimension desktop featuring an Intel Celeron processor is just $899. And now, for a limited time, you can get $400 back when you buy a Dell system and sign up for the DellNet 3-year Internet Service Program.
I wish my computer came with a little cyber geek who lived up here on the roof and just came down whenever I had a question.
And Dell For Me includes tech support 24/7.
Tech support?
It's all about putting everything you need in one place. It's all about you. Call to order your Dell Dimension with an Intel Celeron processor. Be direct. Dell.
It was less than a year ago many of us first downloaded MP3 music over the web and played it on our computers. Desmond Prices is here now to tell us the MP3 playing world has advanced considerably.
Right, we're in about the 3rd round of people releasing devices for this. Most of them are portable, and some of them are really cool.
The first one I remember, probably the most successful, was from Diamond, right?
Yeah, they came out with the Rio 300. Well, this is the Rio 500. It carries 64 megs of onboard memory. The problem with the first one is only carried about half a CD on it, which is kind of a bummer. This one, 64 megs internal, and then it also takes these smart media cards. It also comes with this thing that looks like a CD carrier case, except it's not quite the size of a CD. And it suggests that this may be the new audio format of the future, the smart media card.
You can hold about an hour's worth of music on each one of those, roughly.
Well, roughly. Actually, about 16 megs
or so. It's about 16 minutes of MP3 compression.
Since there's an LCD screen and it's basically a computer, I should be able to do some other stuff besides play music with it.
Right. The LCD screen in this Jazz Piper also serves double duty as a phone book, so you can keep your phone numbers in there. As well as your music.
A glimpse of things to come, and big name players in the consumer electronic world are getting in on MP3 now, too.
This is the RCA Lyra personal digital player. It proves that a lot of the major manufacturers are no longer afraid of releasing MP3 players due to the copyright question in there.
Oh, and what about the Sony? There's one player.
Sony's promising one. It hasn't quite come out yet. We're expecting it in a month or two.
All right, one of the issues early on with playing music while you're doing other things on your computer is that those other things tend to slow down, right?
Right. The MP3 decompression on your processor really dogs your machine. So this is the answer to that. It's the latest version of the Sound Blaster card, which features an MP3 specific chipset on there. A lot like the way that they handle 3DFX graphics. It takes the work off of your processor.
Now, many of us like to record our MP3 tunes to burn our own CDs, but you pretty much have to play that disc inside your computer.
Right. This is something new. It's called the Brujo from NetDrives, and it plays CDs of MP3 files as well as regular CDs. But most CD players top out at, say, 25 or 30 tracks. This one has a 3-digit display in there because there was 179 tracks on just that CD.
Unbelievable. So you don't have to buy a carousel as you would with CDs.
Right. It's like 10 CDs on one CD.
How much money do these things cost now?
Well, they range from about $150 for some of the cheaper portable players to $299 for the big standalone player.
As usual, more is at tv.cnet.com, and we have all the information on where to download the latest players and so on.
All the good stuff.
At CNET. Des, thanks again.
Get it?
Got it?
GUI.
Now you can chat with anyone.
Anywhere. On any site.
With the revolutionary GUI technology.
Download it today.
Absolutely free.
Through CNET's download channel.
And get chatting.
Insider Tips, your guide to exploring all the Internet has to offer. Just watch. The Internet can help you with all your travel needs, from door-to-door directions to planning an entire vacation. On AOL, you can research exotic locales, find the perfect cruise, or book a night in that bed and breakfast you've heard so much about, all without even one call to your travel agent. Here's how it works. Type in keyword travel. Immediately, you'll find everything you need to plan that next vacation or business trip. Click on Destinations for the lowdown on any location from Boston to Brisbane, Paris to Peru. Once you've decided on a destination, click on Reservations to book a flight, car, or hotel room. For the latest in travel deals, try Travel Bargains and save money on almost any trip. Or click on FareFinder for the best prices to the most popular destinations. To find out more about this insider tip or others to make your online experience easier, come to tv.cnet.com or America Online, keyword CNET.
High performance justice, extra sensory protection. Sentinel Tuesday, a sci-fi foreplay. Tuesdays starting at 7 on Sci-Fi.
Used to be, if I want something done right, I called me. It worked. Until I tried to quit smoking. I needed more than me. I got Nicorette. Nicorette helped me 2 ways. I used it on a regular schedule to help prevent my cravings, and for unexpected cravings, I was ready with an extra piece. I used to be a slave to cigarettes. Nicorette helped me hang on, helped me win. Now that I'm nicotine-free, I gotta tell you, it feels good to win.
Now, Nicorette is available in mint. What a refreshing choice. You can do it. Nicorette can help.
This Halloween, find fun somewhere new. Pillsbury Sugar Cookies. Fun cookies you create and decorate together. Make their holiday the Doughboy way before Halloween vanishes.
Double your sentiments, your merriment, double your moments of fun. Oh, double your pleasure, double your fun. The statement of the greatness in Double Mint Gum.
We asked the tough fans of the St. Paul Saints to test the new Norelco Quadra Action Razor for 21 days.
Electric sting!
But when they tried it, they started to like this advanced new Norelco, with slots to cut the long hairs and holes that get the short stubble. They got a quick, close shave without the nicks and cuts of a blade. By the end, these fans had fans of their own. The new Quadra Action Razor. Try it for 21 days. It's guaranteed or your money back. Norelco. Put it to the test.
A different sci-fi foreplay every night of the week. Mondays, the most award-winning sci-fi anthology series on television. Star-powered trips into high-tech terror and cyber suspense.
I am fully functional.
Outer Limits Monday, a sci-fi foreplay. Mondays starting at 7 Eastern on Sci-Fi.
A world of mass customization and personalization at your fingertips is great, but we're seeing a trade-off more and more with this convenience, the release of our personal information.
Now, Levi's Corporation has opened in San Francisco its first retail outlet where this kind of super personalization is the preferred way of doing business. But the question is the release of this personal information really worth the perfect pair of Levi's?
The moment you walk into the store, you can be involved in all the different experiences.
You would think selling an American classic like Levi's would be easy. Think again. After 3 years of slumping sales and strong competition, this retail giant was forced to alter its marketing strategy. Levi's turned to high-tech gadgetry to lure customers.
We have 16 cameras that are remote controlled from these 4 periscopes here. What we have here is an audio listening station that allows for individuals to listen to certain kinds of music. This is our Levi.com station, which allows you to get online and purchase clothing that is not available in the store.
Beyond the multi-sensory immersion, Levi's has gone a step further. With personalized customization, they've incorporated a biometric system designed to track shopper preferences through a simple fingerprint scan.
You'd like to have your fingerprint scanned, and then we can identify you through the store and help recommend different choices to you throughout the experience here.
And this is one of the dressing rooms that connects to the body scanner.
The body scanner captures and stores the customer's precise measurements, resulting in jeans with a perfect fit. For some consumers, this type of personalized attention sounds ideal. But for privacy rights advocates like Tara LeMay, it's an Orwellian nightmare.
There's a fine line between good service and stalking. Biometrics just raise a bigger question because they're not changeable. Your fingerprint's not going to change. It is yours. It stays that way. And traditionally, it's only been used if you're going to jail, not if you're going to buy a pair of jeans.
Please choose from. We give the choice all the way through the store. You can either give your information or not give your information. It's your choice, your option. Body scan. And at any point, you do not have to use it. You can do it manually or go around it.
Levi's customization director, Siobhan O'Hara, spearheaded the biometrics plan. For her, the issue is not about giving up one's right to privacy, but allowing the practice of free will.
People are demanding much more personalization and customization of their products. Levi Strauss is sensitive, and they've been on the cutting edge of privacy rights, being involved in that from the very beginning. So watching how the public receives it, doesn't like it, does like it, and reflecting that in their policies and procedures.
But is the public really buying into this digital marketing scheme?
How much more is it going to help their business? It's not, if you want the product, they're going to come in and buy it, regardless of what they know about you.
I just like to go to the shelf and find my size and buy my jeans, you know. I don't need a whole scan and fingerprint analysis.
Since it is a little bit more personal, it's a little bit more intimate, and maybe you can feel as if this store belongs more to you.
Most people do not understand what happens if they do turn over this information and can't get it back. They don't understand what kind of records or databases are being compiled about them. See you later.
Bottom line, biometrics marketing will most assuredly help Levi's understand their consumer. But will consumers fully realize the impact of handing over that identity?
Just because the technology allows this, and just because a comfort with the technology will lure consumers into doing this easier, doesn't mean it's the appropriate thing to do. Do you really want people to have a better profile of you than your spouse or your parents have?
Innovative technology.
Man, I'd rather give a fingerprint than a scan of my body.
I know what you mean, personal.
Yeah. That's it for CNET Central this week. For more information about the stories on this week's show, come to our website, tv.cnet.com.
We'll link you to websites mentioned in the stories you saw, as well as to the rest of CNET sites and services. I'm Richard Hunt.
And I'm Daphne Brogdon. Thanks for tuning in and logging on.
Don't worry, he'll be back.
Warm, ooey-gooey Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Start your weekend on a roll.
Dr. Scholl's next stop, San Antonio Zoo.
I want to talk to you about pain. My knees ache.
Lower back.
Did you know your pain can be caused by the way you walk?
The way I walk?
Dynastep insert supports your foot so that it hits the ground evenly.
I really think these would help my lower back pain.
Feels real good on these big old feet.
This week in Sci-Fi Prime.
A supreme eminence has been bagged.
How far will the crew go to get Rigel back?
I say we leave him there.
On First Aid, then, is this holy water a miracle cure?
I'm not going back to a wheelchair.
Or mind control?
Gotta get him the hell out of there.
On Sliders, then, are aliens screwing with our heads?
She's been mind-fucked.
On First Wave, journey through Sci-Fi Prime, Friday night.
This is sci-fi.
On the New Edge, Sully Formica bites into the deep blue sea.
We were actually able to put people within the mouth and safely carry them within the mouth of the shark and have the mouth appear to be chomping on them.
Then, new ways to solve an old problem.
Now I am able to have a conversation and feel good about myself.
Next, I can see clearly now on my cell phone. Finally, it's rockets instead of rocks and zero gravity instead of poison ivy at Space Camp.
Halo DVA, flight director, TCO, pilot.
It's all right here on the New Edge.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to The New Edge. I'm Ryan Seacrest. Special effects in movie making have come a long way in the last 25 years. That's when Jaws first came out, and the creators were forced to use the shark in small little snippets of screen time because it just didn't look real. Well, with today's cutting-edge computer graphics and high-tech tricks, Hollywood has recreated fright in the deep blue sea. Asking the question, is this shark real or is it not? They say, sure, but can you tell? Watch.
Hollywood has taken Jaws into the 21st century.
Somebody, please, tell me what that is.
Welcome to Deep Blue Sea, where what you see is what you get.
I think the big difference is that in Jaws, because of the 70s technology, they had to hide the shark most of the time and just build suspense with the expectations of what might be there.
What is that?
And our whole approach was, we're going to show the sharks and show what they do.
What these sharks do is look and act terrifyingly real because they're state-of-the-art animatronics.
Basically, the sharks were built like jet airplanes. They had hydraulic engines with 1,000 horsepower. They could move 35 miles an hour in the water and were completely computer programmed. So what we would do, we would rehearse a sequence using a joystick and saying, I would say, okay, have the shark go to the left, turn right, open its mouth, have the gills move, flick its tail.
Deep Blue Sea stars were not only in awe of their lifelike 2-ton predators, they were truly afraid.
The idea is this shark is meant to be trying to kill you, and so it gets quite hairy, you know, and you know that if you make a false move, you are potentially then in the jaws of the shark.
Yeah, you don't want it to come flying through the oven and finish you off. Yeah, I thought about it. Definitely thought about it. A lot.
These high-tech killers were actually created not in Hollywood, but in Silicon Valley. Walt Conti and his team here at Edge Innovations used combination computer graphics and good old elbow grease to make these monsters.
So this is where it all began.
Yeah, sometimes like the best way is the lowest tech way, and this is actually where we started Deep Blue Sea. And these are basically tracings off a TV screen of documentary footage.
I could have done that bit.
The Shark's technology was drawn up with complex computer programs.
So this is basically the inside of the shark and all the different pieces that were required to make the shark do what it had to do.
And mechanical engineers animated the shark's movements, specifically the chomp.
So the simulation shows you that here is, a representation of the upper jaw extending out of the skull and then meeting up with the lower jaw as it chomps into its victim. We were actually able to put people within the mouth and safely carry them within the mouth of the shark and have the mouth appear to be chomping on them.
Then, of course, the shark needs teeth.
Scary, huh?
Every little detail is important. Here we're actually sculpting the teeth, and they're all sculpted one by one individually using a real Mako jaw as an example. So here's a little baby Mako, and here's a much bigger Mako.
This model was used to make molds for the shark's exteriors, which were filled with hundreds of gallons of rubber and all the high-tech gear. And voila! Wired, cold-blooded killers. All 12 of the filmed sharks are housed here in Silicon Valley until they're once again called upon for duty in the Deep Blue Sea.
What does happen to all of this stuff?
Well, they sit here waiting the sequel is really what they're doing. They're waiting patiently.
Or not so patiently, as the case may be.
How can you not love LL Cool J? According to the crew of Deep Blue Sea, the sharks were so realistic and scary that one of the actors didn't even want to get in the water with them. Now, I won't say which actor it was, but I will say I'm sure it wasn't LL.
When people simulate
Next up on The New Edge, assistive technology gives a helping hand. And don't look now, but there's a TV screen on your phone. These stories and more right here on The New Edge.
Apartments.com makes moving easier. Your free online rental and relocation solution. Hundreds of thousands of visual listings plus classifieds from the nation's leading newspapers. Photos, floor plans, the moving center, and more. Apartments.com. Start your search today.
High-performance justice, extrasensory protection. Sentinel Tuesday, a sci-fi foreplay. Tuesdays starting at 7 on Sci-Fi.
Don't worry, they'll be back.
Warm, ooey gooey Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. Start your weekend on a roll.
If you don't get AC Delco brand name parts, you'd better get a good brand name shoe. AC Delco. If you're not asking for it, you're asking for it.
Hey, man. How come every time I call you, you're on the phone? Who are you talking to?
My friends, family. I call them a lot since I don't get to see them that much.
Phone bills must be killing you.
Not at all. I dial 10-10-321. It's only 8 cents a minute for calls over 10 minutes. That's 50% off.
And when you're talking with family and friends, you just know you're going to be on for a while.
Sounds good. My wife's on the phone all the time with her sister. Hey, man. Am I ever going to get to shoot?
Not when you're playing against me.
When we first got married, we got ourselves a bit into debt.
We were idiots.
The collection agencies, they just kept calling and calling.
All the time.
But that was then, and today we're actually looking for our first house.
It's an interesting color.
We got help from this nonprofit place called Genus. They were incredible.
If you have a debt problem, get your bills together and call Genus Credit Management. Genus is the nation's largest credit counseling service. We can reduce your debt over the phone in under 30 minutes, free of charge. It's not another loan, and it's a lot better than bankruptcy.
Okay, folks, I want to show you the backyard. This is the yard right here? This is the backyard, If you close your eyes, the freeway sounds like a river.
Genus really got us out of debt. If only they could help us find a decent house.
So, folks, what do you think?
Get your bills together and call Genus Credit Management. It's not a loan. It's a way out of debt, and it's as close as your phone.
Shop.sci-fi.com. Explore the world's largest sci-fi store, as well as online auctions and sci-fi videos. Thank you for browsing shop.sci-fi.com.
Imagine a whole lifetime's worth of thoughts and feelings trapped inside your body. For many living with cerebral palsy, that's the reality. we took a look at how those with disabilities are using technology to unlock their dreams and explore new worlds.
Born with cerebral palsy when he was a boy and through much of his adult life, Paul Sesek had to express himself one letter at a time. Most of what he wanted to say remained locked inside. That's before Paul knew computers could give him a voice.
As a child, I rarely spoke to many people because I was self-conscious and afraid I wouldn't be understood. This made me feel angry because normal children would sometimes make fun of me.
Say that again?
Now with the help of an Apple PowerBook and word prediction, I am able to have a conversation with a complete stranger and feel good about myself.
Any stock options I should take advantage of?
Dick Stein and Paul Sesek have been friends for 8 years, ever since Paul started coming to the technology lab at the Cerebral Palsy Center in Oakland, California. Stein directs the lab.
I feel very close to Paul, and we talk daily by email. I think of him as the wise sage.
A laptop computer mounted to Paul's wheelchair and loaded with assistive technology software is Paul's portable means of communication.
He's entering text, and you're going to see word prediction here. So what this is doing is predicting the words that he's typing.
Accessibility features like word prediction, mouse and sticky keys, and abbreviation expansion allow Paul to input and access his thoughts quicker. Saving what he writes and voice output allow Paul to get his thoughts out of his head and into the hearts and minds of others.
When people see me, they probably say, "Oh, look at that poor man in a wheelchair. He is retarded." That's probably the biggest misconception people can make. Most persons with disabilities want to own their own homes, go out to dinner once in a while, and have relationships. I am just the same as everybody else.
For all of us, the world can open wide with the touch of a computer key. But for those with limited movement, the trick is gaining access.
Good job. You're good at that. Yeah.
Ava Brown uses interactive software through a touch screen to learn where to go and buy the things she needs.
So for her, it's made education accessible in a way that it never was for her in the past. Anybody who can reliably and consistently move any part of their body, including their eye, they can access the computer.
Hi, how are you?
Missy Gibson accesses her communication device through a head mouse. It tracks a dot placed on Missy's forehead and performs functions according to the dot's movement.
Radio.
It's technology that grants Missy and Rob Olson something simple: a conversation.
Glad to see you.
Laura Long controls her computer through switches mounted in the headrest of her wheelchair. Traditionally, communicating meant a long, drawn-out guessing game.
And, red? It is very frustrating to try to tell new people who I am and what I think. Sometimes I feel helpless.
Laura's communication device gives her the independence she needs. Pre-programmed messages allow easy and quick access to her thoughts. Still, she'd like more.
I would like to see the computer read my brain. The computer would voice out the things I would say out loud.
I don't think it's in my lifetime, but I think it will happen.
For Paul, freedom happens in cyberspace.
The internet has revolutionized my entire life beyond my wildest dreams. On the internet, I am equal to everyone else. This is the most empowering aspect of the internet because people can see my spasms and wheelchair, which tends to freak people out. The internet has made me a part of society probably more than any piece of legislation can ever do. The internet has torn down walls for me, just as they tore down the Berlin Wall and made the German people free to do whatever they want.
For so many years, people with disabilities didn't have a voice, and so they weren't heard. And they are now, and they are talking, and I hope people are listening.
If some people would treat me like they treat non-disabled people, that would be utopia.
Assistive technology is also finding its way into schools and the workplace. For example, if you're blind, there's a special braille pad that can type out lesson plans or email under your fingertips. There's also a computer that can scan documents and read them back to you. Such advancements in technology can only help those with disabilities continue to break exciting new ground in their personal and professional lives.
Coming up on The New Edge, it's coming to a phone near you. It's microdisplay. And a summer camp that's a real blast. Blast off, that is. Just ahead on The New Edge.
CNET, bringing the digital age into focus. Shopping for brand names of computer products just got easier with CNETcomputers.com. Now you can find your favorite brands and preferred models by simply clicking the desktop or notebook section on the front door. Then you'll see your favorite brands just one click away. CNET.com, the source for computers and technology.
In my Escalade, I have the power to find the quickest route across town. To get tickets to the hottest shows. And now you have the power to lease a new 2000 Escalade for about $549 a month. Call for complete lease details. Escalade with OnStar. OnStar? The power to make obstacles obsolete. Escalade. See your Cadillac dealer today.
They know where you live, and they're already in your house. Millions of airborne irritants like pollen, bacteria, mold, and smoke. Take control with Filtrete from 3M. The Filtrete microparticle air filter captures airborne irritants up to 30 times better than ordinary filters. And it's used by the American Lung Association's Health House Project. Should anything less be in your house? Filtrete air filters. Another 3M innovation.
Introducing Slim Fast Cappuccino Delight. One taste, and you'll fall in love. Made with rich imported coffee, fat-free milk, cool, smooth. There's never been a more irresistible way to lose weight and feel great. New Slim Fast Cappuccino Delight. Taste it and fall in love.
This is Laura Patterson. She's saving a bundle on long-distance calls to Grandma using MCI 5 cents every day.
When Laura was born, I counted on Mom to talk me through everything. She'd call 2-3 times a day. How do I do this? How do I do that? Mom was always calling me. It was like we rediscovered each other. Then we got the phone bills.
No college tuition for you. Now we use MCI 5 cents every day. It's brand new. Calls are just 5 cents a minute every evening and 5 cents a minute all weekend long.
That's half the price of AT&T.
And that's good.
And you can get daytime calls the rest of the week for just 10 cents a minute.
Now we can call each other any day of the week without worrying about the cost.
Whether it's just to shoot the breeze or for the really important stuff.
It's Grandma. Hi there.
MCI 5 cents every day. To sign up, call 1-800-701-9356.
Say hi, Grandma.
Ask about our great international rates, too.
How many times have you been on the phone and said to the person on the other end of the line, I wish you could see this, or been out to dinner and called to check on the kids? The babysitter says the kids are fine, but you want to see that the kids are fine? That could be reality very soon. Look.
We'll be able to get rid of the keyboard and get rid of having to have your laptop monitor that you carry with you. It will be built into your jewelry and your accessories, whether it's your wristwatch or your eyeglasses.
Hey, what's up?
The idea of a video phone has been around for decades, and a couple of companies have actually produced them. But one problem that kept these video phones from being truly useful is the fact that they're not portable. Researchers from MIT's Artificial Intelligence Laboratories made a breakthrough in display technology that may change all of this.
At the time, we were trying to figure out how can we make new computing devices that would work more like the human brain.
Micro Display Corporation is developing VGA and ultra high-resolution displays that are about the size of a postal stamp. The micro display is basically liquid crystal material sandwiched between a layer of glass and a computer chip.
On this computer chip, you have an array of tiny little pixels or picture elements that the computer chip can turn on and off to affect the liquid crystal materials. And when all of those picture elements are turned on and off in a giant array, as we have on this chip, you can have a full high-resolution picture comparable to your computer monitor.
This creates what's known as a virtual image, and to your eye presents the equivalent of a 17-inch monitor from about 3 feet away.
This cell phone has been modified to include a micro display and a camera. The idea is while talking on the cell phone, you can send images of what you're viewing on the display screen directly to the person you're talking to over the cellular line. They can then retrieve the images from either their own camera phone, a fax machine, or email.
Some of the applications for this device range from insurance actuarial, where you take a picture of the fender bender you just had and send it right to your insurance company. Real estate appraisal to look at the houses and see what the values are immediately. Prevent mugging, someone's coming at you. Your picture is now with the FBI. So you can imagine all kinds of applications.
Microdisplay is also in development on a contract with DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Product Agency, a voice-activated web browsing cellular phone or web phone.
And in between the two, the core of the cell phone device is the microdisplay viewer that gives you the same capability to see high-resolution worldwide web pages as you find here on the computer monitor. But now we've made it for a military application in this nice hardened package that Marines can drive nails with and still be able to see the World Wide Web data.
The cell phone has a mouse-controlled joystick. Mouse buttons, a micro-display viewer, and a voice recognition system is in development that will allow you to surf the web by talking into the phone. Many other prototypes are being developed with micro-displays, including a personal virtual monitor.
There's a new opportunity to put a microdisplay in the frame of the glasses and conduct the image optically out through the lens itself to a small prism in the center of the lens and then reflect it into your eye. So that when you put the glasses on, there'll be a small wire coming off the back and a virtual image in front of your eye.
With this new development, we may see technologies that were once unimaginable become part of your everyday lives.
Dick Tracy's wristwatch is literally almost a reality today.
Microdisplays are already being built into the headsets of medical doctors and should be out next year. As far as the camera cell phones go, look for those on the consumer market by 2001. Coming up on The New Edge, the astronauts of tomorrow prepare at space camp today.
Start at T-minus 31 seconds.
Get it? Got it?
GUI.
Now you can chat with anyone.
Anywhere, on any site.
With the revolutionary GUI technology.
Download it today.
Absolutely free.
Through CNET's download channel.
And
get chatting.
High-performance justice, extrasensory protection. Sentinel Tuesday, a sci-fi foreplay. Tuesdays starting at 7 on Sci-Fi.
What? What?
He threw the hook.
Yeah, they're smarter than they look. Behold the power of cheese.
Communications has reached a new point. A point where every person has the power to connect with anyone from anywhere, at any time, in new ways, better ways. A point where every business has the power to connect its people and customers more closely. A single point where you can email, fax, plan your day, transforming the way we communicate. That point is here at mail.com.
Can't get enough peanuts? Get a payday.
sweet caramel and tons of salty peanuts.
Most daily shower cleaners leave oily-looking residue on chrome, but Shower Shine leaves nothing but shine. Use your head and get Shower Shine from the scrubbing bubbles. They work hard after every shower, so you don't have to.
A different sci-fi foreplay every night of the week. Mondays, the most award-winning sci-fi anthology series on television. Star-powered trips into high-tech terror.
She's a robot.
Outer Limits Monday, a sci-fi foreplay. Mondays starting at 7 Eastern on Sci-Fi. This week on Outer Limits Monday, Will Wheaton, Nicole DeBoer, Harry Hamlin, Brent Spiner, and Michelle Ford.
You know, when I was a kid, summers were spent down at the local park making pot holders and lanyards. I mean, we never had radio-controlled toys or Game Boys. And summer camp, it was nothing like the space camp you're about to see. Some kids get all the luck. Watch.
There are all kinds of summer camps for kids, and they usually take place in the great outdoors. Now, a new generation of camps is appearing that takes place in virtual outer space. Space Camp is a 5-day course that puts kids through the rigors of astronaut training. The goal of Space Camp is to get kids more interested in science and math by putting what they learn to practical use. And this is dramatically emphasized by the simulated shuttle missions all the kids participate in during their course.
Well, as a counselor, we are assigned 12 kids for a week. And those kids are our responsibility to make sure they're having fun, to teach them about science and the history of spaceflight, to encourage them to pursue goals in math and science, and maybe one day be an astronaut.
We have kids whose parents have sent them here, some of them who have no interest in space, but we can cure that.
The training leading up to the shuttle mission involves learning about spacewalking, the moon's gravity.
Now, what Eric is demonstrating here, without even knowing it, is the astronaut bunny hop.
Working in a weightless environment, and dealing with gastric awareness.
Will this ride make you sick?
All right. Okay, this is called the multi-axis trainer. It's basically used to train astronauts if ever they spun out of control while they're in their capsule in space to see if they'll be able to regain control.
Before the shuttle mission, everybody is assigned a job.
Hello, DVA. Flight director. PCO. Pilot. Commander.
As launch day arrives, the flight teams into two different groups. One mans mission control, and the other crews the shuttle.
Advantage. Stand by for auto sequencer start at T-minus 31 seconds. Roger.
The team's full concentration is now on the launch.
Main start. 3, 2, booster ignition and liftoff of STS-100. Atlantis, you have cleared the tower. Altitude is 4 nautical miles, 1/2 nautical mile downrange.
As with real shuttle missions, unexpected problems come up that the teams must respond to.
Okay, we have a warning. The SRBs have not separated. Inco, please hit item 109, execute. They really have an experience of what it's like to be part of mission control, what it's like to be an orbiter. They use a lot of the terminology that they really use in space, like MECO is main engine cutoff, SRB stuff is solid rocket booster separation. And they get to press their buttons, they have their headphones so they can all hear each other. And so it's really, they love it. They really do love it.
Even if mistakes are made, the mission director is there overseeing the team and making sure there's a safe landing.
10 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 6 feet, 5 feet, 4 feet. 2, 1, touchdown, main gear.
How do you guys think you did?
After the mission, the team is debriefed and their performance rated.
You guys did an excellent job on being professional. You guys did a very great, just an awesome job catching your warnings. I tried to throw as many warnings as I could.
As America's space program completes its 4th decade, there is a sense of tradition at Space Camp as well as excitement. Space Camp helps these young people understand a part of American history and culture and may set their young lives on dynamic new paths.
I hope that they feel that they can pursue their dreams and that they can be happy doing
whatever they need to do or feel good about doing.
For the future, I would definitely hope for a space camp trainee or space camp graduate to either walk on the planet Mars, or if we go back to the moon, walk on the moon. It would be a great day to see them back to be an astronaut.
The U.S. Space and Rocket Center has several programs for both kids and adults. Tuition starts at about $500 and runs to about $775. For details on that story or anything you've seen on today's show, look us up on the web at tv.cnet.com. That's all the time for this week. I'm Ryan Seacrest. We'll see you next time right here on The New Edge.
Hi, I'm Sophie Formica. Coming up on the web, the Blair Witch Project is stirring up all sorts of freaky sites. We'll check them out. Plus, a Playboy scam gets foiled on the net, but not without doing some damage first. Find out more next on the web.